What's up, guys? It is Brandon from the Two Piece Mandem, and welcome back to another. I can't even get the switch on. I'm gonna get it on. There we go, got the line. Welcome back to another Premier League prediction, and this is week 36. Haven't done one in a while, but we're back on it. And I know there's a few games in between that haven't been played. So, like, for example, the Liverpool vs United game. That was like, match 34 out of 38. So, what we're going to do, we're just going to focus on the week 36 games out of 38. That's what we're going to focus on. So, we're going to go into the first game, which is Southampton versus Fulham. Now, Southampton, they've been alright this season. They've been alright. Obviously, in their last game, they lost 2-0 against Liverpool. I think Southampton, maybe they could have really done more against Liverpool, to be honest with you. Liverpool were actually quite good in that game. But let's be honest, they had loads of chances. So, and Thiago scored his first goal as well. So, that is something for Liverpool, if I'm honest with you. So, yeah. Southampton really, I don't know, sometimes they're a bit on and off, if I'm honest with you. I mean, they haven't been amazing so far this season. I mean, they're like, 16th in the league. So it's like close to relegation. Obviously, they're not going to be relegated this season, but it's close to it. So I think before they were like 10th or 9th mid-table. But it is what it is. Fulham will probably get relegated, if I'm honest. If Burnley beat Leeds, Fulham will get relegated. They've had a horrible season. Scott Parker's team has been terrible. They're against Burnley tonight, so let's just see how it's going to go for them. They lost 2-0 against us last time. Drew against Arsenal, which wasn't a bad result, to be fair. But anyone can draw against Arsenal, let's be honest. Lost against Wolves, lost against Villa, lost against Leeds, lost against City. Yeah, they've had a terrible run of form. So, yeah, that goes to show. They've had a very, very bad run of form, and it's obvious that there's only one team that should be winning this. So, my score prediction for this game is going to be Southampton 3, Fulham 1. It's probably going to be 2 goals from Danny Ings, a goal from Che Adams, and a goal from Lana Lookman. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I don't even know. Alright, next game. Manchester United versus Leicester City. Now, before we even talk about United, let's talk about Leicester City. Their poor performance against Newcastle. Sloppy goals to concede, really. Most of them were really counter-attack goals, to be honest with you. I think they push a really, really high line, and in some cases it works, and then in some cases it doesn't. Joe Willock scoring, Callum Wilson scoring 2 goals, like Dummett scoring from a header. Like, I'm just like, these goals they're conceding, like 3 of them are from a high line, and like I think 3 are on the counter-attack. I don't know. Leicester City were playing really well, and then all of a sudden, the form just dips. It's just the consistency that they lack. Really, I think they just really lack consistency, if I'm honest with you. I mean, they're playing so well at the start, and I think, I don't know, maybe it's Maddison, maybe there's certain key players that aren't just picking up. And Ian Nacho scoring again, he's been on fire, but it just wasn't enough for Leicester City. They left it too little, too late, and yeah, I don't know how they lost that game. On the other hand, Manchester United, doing what Manchester United do, going 1-0 down, playing like absolute, not the best, not switching into second gear in the first half, because they did have chances in the first half, but they weren't really testing what Martinez. But in the second half, Man United turned it around, as they do, and they've scored the most second half goals. So, yeah, it's not a surprise. Mason Greenwood scoring, Cavani scoring as well. It's just United, isn't it? It's just Manchester United, and yeah, it was a pretty good result for them, if I'm honest with you, and that kind of stops City from winning the title a little bit. But we did it because we're bosses in it. But like I said, Manchester United did their thing. They got the 3 points, and they're probably going to be more focused on the Europa League final. The one that Arsenal didn't get. So for this one, between United and Leicester City, I'm going to say Man United 3, Leicester City 1. Alright, next game, Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. Now, Aston Villa in their last game weren't the best. First half, they really did hold their own. Had a good performance. What's his name? Traore scoring the first goal for Aston Villa. Or was it went to the top bins? Aston Villa, obviously, first 10 minutes United had the game, but then after that storm, Villa were really controlling it, and then they just took their foot off the gas, unfortunately, and I'm just like, damn, like, the team's really poor without Jack Grealish, so I think Jack Grealish might come back against Crystal Palace, so, yeah, it's going to be one of those ones. Crystal Palace, on the other hand, beating Sheffield United 2-0, but let's be honest, anyone can beat Sheffield United. Benteke scored a goal in 2 minutes. So that basically goes to show you how poor your team is if you're conceding to Benteke in the first 2 minutes. And the goal wasn't even that good either. It took a deflection and it still fumbled into the back of the net. So that pretty much goes to show you Sheffield United's whole team. And yeah, between the two, if I'm honest with you, because Villa they tend to just drift off in like the second half. But Crystal Palace only have Zaha really, and their defence is absolutely terrible. It's at Villa Park as well. Do you know what? I'm going to say Aston Villa 2, Crystal Palace 2. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a bit of a sticky one, if I'm honest. Alright, next game, Newcastle versus Man City. Now, we all know Manchester City are going to win the title. And let's be real, it's probably going to be against Newcastle. What Newcastle are going to do, what Steve Bruce is going to do, he's going to sit back, as usual, freaking 10 men behind the ball. City are going to break him down, probably score the first 2 goals, then score 1 goal in the 65th minute, and then score another goal in like the freaking 90th minute, and then title's theirs. So, if I'm honest with you, I just see Man City class on them. I'll be so honest. Like Newcastle, you played well against Leicester City, but you're not going to hold Man City off. Let's just be real. Man City are going to win that game. It's going to be Newcastle 0, Manchester City 4 at St James's Park. I don't think I need to say anything else. I don't think I need to say any more, if I'm honest. So yeah. Next game, Burnley versus Leeds. Now, fair play to Burnley on Chris Wood getting his hat trick. Fair play to him. Leeds, on the other hand, fair play to them because they thrashed Tottenham 3-1. Even though Tottenham were awful. Tottenham were awful, and they've been awful this season. Sacking their manager, putting Ryan Mason in, losing the League Cup final, another final that they've lost. No trophies, no Trophy FC, and still being the same old Tottenham Hotspur that they've been for the past freaking forever really. So yeah, no trophies. Yeah, I really do see Leeds winning this, if I'm honest. I think Leeds played really well against Tottenham, and so did Dallas as well. Dallas was on there, Harrison, Rafinha, Patrick Bamford getting his goal as well, easy tap in. He hasn't scored in his last 5, so I reckon they'll get a goal against Burnley. However, Burnley set it really well with Ben-Mee and Tawatsky. Chris Wood is going to be there as well. They're going to be trying to use McNeil to cross the balls in and set it up for Chris Wood. So yeah, but I don't see Leeds losing it, if I'm honest with you. They'll concede, but I don't see them losing it. So I'm going to say for this, Burnley 1, Leeds 3, in all honesty. Alright, next game, Tottenham versus Wolves. Wolves coming back against 10 men, Brighton winning 2-1. But let's be honest, they won because they had a man down. Wolves have been pretty much poor this season overall. Haven't been the best. Tottenham, on the other hand, have also been terrible as well. Right, so no difference with Tottenham because they lost that last game, which they shouldn't have lost. Lost the League Cup final, which they shouldn't have lost. So, do you know what I'm saying? But after order that, Tottenham, being Tottenham, will probably win it. And that's just because of Gareth Bale, Harry Kane, and Son. So, yeah. And those are 3 magnificent players. I don't know how they're still in Tottenham. I don't know how Hugo Son is still at Tottenham. I don't know how Harry Kane is still at Tottenham. I don't know how Ndombele is still at Tottenham. Listen, I hate Tottenham, right? I hate Tottenham with passion. I think they're dog crap, right? They are complete dog crap. But I don't know how those 3 players are still there. They are not going to win trophies if they're still at Tottenham. Listen, you're not going to win any major trophies if you're at Tottenham. You're not going to win a Champions League. You made it to the final that one season, so don't get gassed, and you didn't win it. You flopped. Poor performance there. You're not going to win the Premier League because freaking hell, you don't have the players to compete. You really, all you have is Kane and Son and Bale, possibly Dele Alli and Moura and Dembele, and that's it. Really, if I'm being completely honest, you got Eric Dyer that turns like a fridge. Like, the only real good players is pretty much your forwards and your goalkeeper. Really, if I'm honest. I don't know how the players are still there. I'll be honest, and I think they're just wasted at Tottenham. I think they're just wasted there. It's just to get either Europa League or was it Champions League. They're just there. There's not really any ambition. I think Hugo Son needs to go to a bigger team, either in the Prem or in La Liga or Serie A. I think Harry Kane needs to switch from Tottenham to one of the major big teams in the Prem. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those ones. So yeah, but I think Tottenham will win that game. I'm not gonna lie. I think they'll just ross up Wolves easy. I'll be honest. Probably. So the score for this game, it's going to be Tottenham 3, Wolves 0. The next game, West Brom versus Liverpool. Now West Brom are officially relegated after Arsenal, smacked them 3-1. An Arsenal team that couldn't turn up in the last few games. Didn't turn up in the major games. Liverpool playing really well against Southampton. Of course, but you would expect that, let's be honest. They kept a clean sheet as well. Thiago getting his first goal for Liverpool, so that means a lot to him. Yeah, really, I just see Liverpool had that game under control. Haven't been the Liverpool that we all know that we saw last season. Haven't been that Liverpool, but we all know why. That's due to defenders getting injured. I want to see how the team is when the defenders actually do come back. Obviously, it'll probably make a massive difference towards how they play, and the wing backs and your forwards getting forward a lot more, creating more chances, being more clinical, because in certain games they just lack it. Like against Real Madrid, they had all the chances but couldn't put the ball in the back of the net and they got knocked out. West Brom, if they play like they did against Arsenal, they're probably going to get rossed. They will probably get rossed as well because Liverpool do want to make it into the top 4 for Champions League next season. So for this game, I'm going to say West Brom 0, Liverpool 1. I think Liverpool will scrape it. They'll have all the chances in the world, but I guarantee you they'll score that one goal, and it'll be from Mohamed Salah in probably the 58th minute, something like that. So yeah. Alright, next game. Everton versus Sheffield United. Now, Sheffield United are poor, they're relegated, they played awful against Crystal Palace. The team's bad when you're losing against Crystal Palace and you let Benteke score. So it's quite obvious that they deserve to be relegated. See, I knew they were going to get relegated anyway. They deserve the relegation because they've been poor. But the fact that you let Benteke score, you definitely deserve relegation. You shouldn't even be relegated to Championship. You should be relegated to bloody League 2 if you let Benteke score against you. That guy turns like a truck. Everton, held off West Ham. In that game. I think Calvert-Lewin scoring the goal for them. That gives them a boost of confidence. They haven't been amazing this season. They were good at the start of the season, but then after that, just like I said, consistency. So yeah, it's one of those ones. Overall, I'm going to say Everton 2, Sheffield United 0. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the big London derby. This is the one that we all want to be waiting for. It is at Stamford Bridge, ladies and gentlemen, and I can't stress enough how much I want my team to win this game. I want us to win it so much. I can't tell you how much we want to win it. Oh my god. It is Chelsea Football Club versus Arsenal at Stamford Bridge. I cannot tell you how much I want my team to win this game. I want my team to win this game to the utmost. Arsenal have nothing to play for, so they'll probably go all guns blazing. Just like the podcast on AFTV, all guns blazing. But with us, we have to secure that top 4 spot, as Leicester City took a blunder against Newcastle. And we played really well against Man City. People didn't think we were going to win. People thought we were going to lose that. But the thing is, I'm all about winning those games, but we got to win the Champions League. Those are the big games. You get me? Those are the big games that we have to win. That's what I'm more concerned about the final. If they honestly beat us, I generally wouldn't give two craps because I care more about the final. And you can tell they didn't care because they put Mahrez on the bench. They didn't even play KDB. They're saving them for the final. They're saving them for the Champions League final. That's literally what they're saving them for, and it's quite obvious what Pep's doing. I mean, he played Cancelo in midfield. Like, who does that? But either way, we're going to focus on the Chelsea vs Arsenal game. Arsenal being West Brom 3-1. It's typical for Arsenal to play and perform when there's no pressure on them, but then when there's pressure on them, they don't turn up. It's quite interesting. It's just like the Europa League second leg semi-final against Villarreal, where they had when Aubameyang had two chances, hit the post, and Mikel Arteta took off Aubameyang for Willian, who surprisingly scored his first goal for Arsenal against West Brom when there was no pressure on him. So that's interesting. Yeah, we have to win this. The last time we faced them was just complete BS. I'm sorry, but that wasn't a penalty from Reece James. I think that was just BS. Like, they were on the worst form as well, and we just won a game as well. And to go into that game against Arsenal and lose 3-0, we can't have that. We can't have that again. We can't have that. We will absolutely destroy Arsenal. Like, mark my words, we will absolutely destroy them. I'm gonna even zoom in on this. I'm gonna zoom in on this. Listen. We're gonna murder Arsenal. We're going to absolutely destroy them. I don't see Arsenal winning this game at all. They've been poor this whole season. We've been excellent this season. We're in the FA Cup final, we're in the Champions League final, and we're third. I'm accepting nothing more than a win. No draws, no L's, no draws, just wins. We're gonna beat Arsenal. And you know what? I put up a score on it, but I don't even think. I originally said 2-1, but scrap that. It ain't gonna be 2-1, right? We're gonna murder Arsenal. We're gonna freaking murder them. The score for that game is gonna be Chelsea 4,
Arsenal 0. They're not even gonna score a freaking goal. I guarantee you, they won't even score a freaking goal. We're gonna absolutely destroy them. It's gonna be Havertz, Werner, Pulisic, Mason Mount, Kante. Every single one. We're gonna destroy Arsenal. They're not going to win. Arsenal are not going to win this game. We're gonna absolutely demolish them. We're gonna make them look like a piece of turd on the side of the pavement. That's what's gonna happen. Alright? Final score, Chelsea 4, Arsenal 0 at Stamford Bridge, and we're gonna demolish them.
We're gonna demolish them. And Haroon, I know you're watching this. And when we do win, you best believe I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna laugh in your face. And that is the end of the Premier League prediction, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. Don't forget to click the subscribe button as well. Alright, there's going to be more content coming out like this. Even after the Euros, I'm going to be recording the Euros. I'm going to be doing previews. I'm going to be doing reviews. We're going to be consistent. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace!
You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay.